we're seeing animal spirits slowly come back into the Chinese and Hong Kong markets after really 3.5 years of a bear market. And I think the efforts from the Chinese government to stabilize housing prices, to put in a floor, so to speak, as well as the monetary policy bazooka we've seen, as well as the support to the stock market. These are all things that I think are contributing to an increase in investor confidence. And really, what we're really waiting for is a rise in domestic consumption in China. And hopefully we see fiscal stimulus coming out of the yet to be announced National People's Congress.
It was a little bit of a surprise. And of course, we keep referring to the IMF or World Economic Outlook. And in their projections for China, for 2025, the growth forecast was left unchanged and not including any impact from the stimulus. This is a little bit startling for me. How do you read this? How much lift support do you expect these policies, which will be confirmed by the NPCSC at the end of the month, to give to the Chinese economy?
Yeah, it's interesting that despite many Wall Street economists cutting China's 2024 GDP growth rate, the Chinese government never lowered their estimate, which shows that they do believe that the stimulus that's been announced, the potential for more fiscal stimulus to be announced, means that there's hope that these 2024 and 2025 targets are hit. At the same time, I think the IMF just today in Washington, D.C. mentioned that the necessity for a rise in domestic consumption, something that Janet Yellen also echoed. And I think that might be necessary just as we see potentially the global economy slow. Demand from the world's factory could slow. So we might see really export-driven manufacturing, which has been really strong in China. We might start to see some of that slow, which necessitates the rise of domestic consumption.